We treat time like a limited resource, but what if we're thinking about it all wrong? The Bible reveals a surprising truth about time that shifts how we manage it and how we work. You see, most entrepreneurs are obsessed with time. We schedule every minute, read every productivity book, and try to squeeze the most out of every hour. But here's the problem: no matter how efficient we are, it never feels like enough. But God doesn't see time the way that we do. What if time isn't actually about minutes and hours, but something much deeper? Today, we're breaking down 3 biblical truths about time that will completely change the way that you work. And by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new framework for time management, one that's not just effective, but deeply fulfilling. So, point number 1 is this: time is measured by purpose, not minutes. So, have you ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day? You plan, you schedule, but somehow time slips away. But what if we've been looking at it the wrong way? John chapter 9 verse 4 says, "I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work." Now, Jesus isn't talking about a literal clock here. He's talking about purpose. Time in the Bible is measured by mission, not minutes. Think about farmers. They don't stress over the exact second a seed is planted. They care about the right time of the season. And the Bible teaches us that life moves in seasons, not rigid schedules. So instead of cramming every task into your calendar, ask yourself, what season am I in? What's my purpose right now? And when you focus on the right work for the right season, everything shifts. Productivity stops being about doing more and starts being about doing what matters. When you define your goals by purpose rather than time slots, you stop feeling overwhelmed. Instead of fitting everything in, you focus on what truly moves the needle. And that's how biblical time management leads to real success. Number 2 is God's timing is different than ours. Have you ever felt like success is taking you longer than you expected? You work hard, you do all the right things, but things still aren't moving fast enough? It can be frustrating, right? But here's what the Bible says in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. "But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." God doesn't work on our timeline. His timing is different because his perspective is different. Think about Joseph. He had a vision of leadership, but he spent years as a slave and then as a prisoner before stepping into his purpose. But this is because God was preparing him. Delays are not denials, they're often divine preparation. So when we rush, we often make decisions out of fear instead of faith. But trusting God's timing means we can move forward with peace, knowing that if we're faithful, the right opportunities will come at the right time. So instead of forcing things to happen, ask yourself if you're trusting God's process. When you align your timeline with His, you stop feeling impatient and you start walking in faith. Now, that does not give you permission to sit on your hands. You are to take action, but taking the right action at the right time is critical. Brings us to number 3, eternal perspective changes how we work. You see, most people focus on short-term results, whether that is deadlines or earning profits or getting ahead. But the Bible challenges us to think bigger. Colossians chapter 4, verse 5 says, "Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time." We are to make the most of the opportunities that we have. It's not just about being more productive, it's about investing in things that actually last. Imagine your work is planting seeds. Some seeds grow fast, others take years, some won't fully bloom until eternity. But every action, every deal closed, every client helped can have eternal significance when it's done with the right heart. Jesus didn't just do work, he did meaningful work. He invested in people, in truth, in God's kingdom. And when we shift from working for temporary success to working with eternity in mind, our stress goes down and our impact goes up. So ask yourself if you are building something that lasts. Your work matters, but it matters even more when it's aligned with God's greater purpose. When we see time through God's eyes, we stop just working and we start building something eternal. And when we start building something eternal, that's when everything changes. All right, so let's recap. Time is not about squeezing in more tasks. Instead, it's about aligning with your God given purpose. God's timing isn't slow, it's strategic. And when we work with eternity in mind, we move from stress to significance. Now, if you found this helpful, chances are you'll like this next video, Why Rich Consultants Are Always Running Out of Time. And I invite you to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.